Hello, Stephen.
Hi, John. What is that? Gin and tonic or vodka and tonic?
Water and water.
Are you in the new place yet?
Oh, end of next week,
Oh, end of next week still.
21st.
But you've got stuff piled up beside you. I can see there's a label on one of the chairs.
Yeah, labels all over the place.
The things that are moving or the things that are staying or going elsewhere.
Going elsewhere.
Right. Very good. Did you get the rain? We got tremendous amount of rain just recently this afternoon.
You can get any rain,
Hmm.
but
Poor.
not a lot.
I see Jennifer Craig is on the hi, how are you? Nice to meet you over Zoom.
Hi.
We look forward to hearing from you. We sort of start the meeting officially at 7 o'clock, but in the meantime, we're just sort of chatting amongst ourselves as people join on. And I think you know what to do in terms of sharing your screen in due course when you're ready to do that. Is that correct?
I hope so.
Good. I do too.
We three.
Yeah, there'll be a lot more people on shortly, I'm sure. Craig's custom journeys are you plan all sorts of different things for different people. How does that work?
Well, I could talk now, but then I'm going to cover that in my little
Oh, okay,
presentation.
fine.
So,
Okay. So forget that I asked the question. We've been on a few trips, my wife and I, but the most interesting trips that we've done have been with Worldwide Quest. I don't know if you know them or know of them.
not
Fellow
off the top of my head.
Louis Gonzalez. He specializes in India and all sorts of interesting places. We've been to India with him a couple of times. Where is your office?
We are Midtown, on Mount Pleasant between Eglinton and Lawrence.
Oh, I know exactly where you are because I live about 100 yards north of you, just on Glen Gowan,
Yeah.
which is just the other side of the bridge as you head
Yeah.
towards Lawrence. Yeah, I thought I recognized the name. I must have driven past it 1,000 times, more than 1,000 times. I've lived here for about 40 years, well,
Yeah.
30 something years anyway.
Hi.
Hi,
Whoops.
Jackie. Good evening.
Hello there. How are you?
Hey, Jack.
Welcome, Jen.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Hello.
Lisa. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice to have you back, Lisa.
Well, I'm still up north, but
Well,
I'll be
that's
back
okay. At least
next
you're back
week.
with us. Okay.
I drove I
David,
drove down
is
I drove
did
down Laird Avenue yesterday, and I see they still haven't started doing any work on that house that's been half constructed for the last what, two
I think
years or
they're
3
going to
years.
have to tear it down, Stephen.
Yeah,
At that, plywood has been exposed for years. I
yeah,
can't see how it's structurally safe.
right,
And it's really unfortunate because those are all new windows and doors they put in before they
right,
were
right.
shut down.
Yeah,
can I just interrupt for a second?
Sure, sure.
Has David been on?
yeah. David's been on, and he's made me the
Okay. Jen came on early to practice t becoming the moderator. Did she do that?
I don't,
She wanted just to make sure she could, hi, Jen, have you talked to Stephen about, your presentation?
No. But I
Okay,
do see that I have a share button at the bottom, so I think I'll be able to make it work.
okay, that's great. That's great because I understand I've missed David. Okay,
yeah. He
wonderful,
he was he was he was on and off in about 3 minutes.
great.
Yeah, he's got another another meeting to do with the conference in October. So
Mhm.
he's
Uh,
actually up at the Novotel right now.
who is um uh and causing who is welcoming the new members, because we're expecting an Emmanuel Petrushka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
happy to say hello
Okay, great. All
um,
righty.
and welcome them. And Jennifer, welcome.
Hi.
I have intermittently spotty internet up here, so if I suddenly freeze, please don't take it personally. I'm sitting in the bunkie with the best reception, so fingers crossed we'll be okay.
Good.
Hey Anna, where are you?
I'm in Perry Sound.
Nice, nice.
How's
Sitting
the
on-
weather? How's the weather up there?
Lovely, sunny. It was warm, very warm today.
It was
Yeah.
a little cloudy in Muskoka. I didn't get to see much of the eclipse. Not that I could look at it anyway, but
But
Well-
you guys in cottage country should be able to see this Perseid.
Comfortable?
Perseid, yes, I'm going to try and
I'm
do
on
that.
Zoom.
it's supposed to be
I'm on a
amazing just
Zoom
after
meeting.
midnight. It's supposed to start. So
Oh, Thursday night. Oh,
tonight, like
Tonight.
just early in the morning.
The meteor power, yes.
Yeah, the Perseid meteors.
Yeah.
And apparently all of the I don't know whether all, but most of the planets in our solar system are all lined up today too. So
So are
it's
we.
a very auspicious day.
wow. Yeah, I'm just going through my files. There was a woman that got zero recognition for inventing everything and discovering everything about astronomy. And I wanted to make it applicable, but I don't know, maybe I left it in another room.
Is that Vera Rubin? Vera Rubin?
Begins
name
with
Vera?
P, somebody with a P.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go and see if I can find it.
Good evening, Walter.
Hi there.
Walters.
I'm trying to get this thing loud enough so I can hear you. There we are. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that's better.
And John McIntosh, are you at the in Duntroon, or are you in your new residence in Toronto?
Old residence in Toronto
Your
still.
new you're old.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. When do you move into your new one?
another week. And you
Okay, good. Great.
Where,
Well, that's
where
very
is the new
exciting.
one, John?
all the way down at Scrivener Square.
What?
All the way at Scrivener Square.
He's moving into the same building as Tom Knott.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
it's next to the 21 tennis.
Right near. That makes you closer to the liquor store.
Yeah.
Walter,
You
you're
could wave
so
at the liquor
wise.
store. Hey, Norma.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are
home or
you?
are you still up north?
I'm up north. I'm coming
Okay.
home on Saturday. My mom just left this morning after 5.5 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Normal. Where's North? Norma, where is North?
I'm not north. Lisa's north. I don't know. I'm in Toronto, so it's Lisa that's up north, not me.
Oh,
Lisa. I don't go north. So where's
see you-
north, Lisa?
I see we've
Walter
got Bob Vernon. Bob, you're muted and we can't see you. So I don't know if you want us to see you, but you need to hit the unmute button and hit the video button if you want us to see you.
Lisa, I can be with an overhead fan like that. That means you're in your cottage. Where's your cottage?
You've been there, South Muskoka. I'm near Gravenhurst. Just a second,
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to shut the window or shut the drapes a little. It's a bit
Oh, yes, we had a
harsh.
party there once.
Yes, you came for lunch last year.
Mhm.
I can turn the
We-
ceiling fan off. It might be a
No,
bit distracting.
It's just that it's indicative of a cottage as opposed to an apartment.
Yeah. Yes, I'm definitely at the lake for 3 more days.
What's the water temperature?
Hmm?
What is the water temperature?
It's refreshing. It gets cool enough at night now that the definitely cooled off. Early July, it was really, really soupy.
Right.
Hi, Stephen. Oh, and there's Ron. Hey,
Hi,
Ron.
Ron. And there's our speaker,
Yeah,
and Bob Vernon.
Ron, I was thinking about our friend Gary. Was it Gary Wilkinson in Summerland, BC? The
Yeah,
Rotarian? Yeah. You folks probably don't remember this, but one of the first Rotary clubs that contributed to the global grant that Norma and I did in Kenya was from the Rotary Club of Summerland, British Columbia.
exactly.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. What a shocker. I mean, the whole town, the city
Yeah.
of 20,000 people, and they're being billeted in Penticton, which has 32,000. So I haven't gone on the Rotary Club of Summerland's website to see what they're doing, but I can imagine they are very, very active because it was a very
Oh,
active club.
would be, yes.
Mhm.
And they've had to move a lot of livestock too. I've seen video clips of cows being herded down the main street to get out of the way.
Yeah.
But just a wonderful, I visited Summerland, and also Peachland south of it has been evacuated too. Just prime orchards and vineyards and just
Yeah.
beautiful homes overlooking the Okanagan. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Ah, here's Emmanuel. Welcome.
Mm.
Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Pleasure and privilege.
Excuse me for a second.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, we understand that you had an encounter with David Richardson.
Yes, we did a few weeks back, me and my wife and I. I've been pushing her to join, but we have a 5-month-old baby as well. So her schedule is more tight. She's more dependent,
Right.
needs her mother more than her father at this
Right.
stage. So I ended up joining, but it's a pleasure and a privilege to be amongst
Right.
you tonight.
Well, we're a warm welcome from Toronto Eglinton Rotary.
Thank you.
Were you just visiting the farmers market, or do you participate in it?
No, we live next to it, so we go there and participate by, encouraging local businesses, buying for them
Oh,
and stuff
good.
like that. But no, we're just residents in the area.
Jen, just a little bit of background. Rotary Toronto Eglinton supports the music program, the music at Eglinton BIA the Eglinton BIA market every is it Sunday morning? Yeah, Sunday
Sunday.
morning. Yeah.
From June until October, they run a farmers market near Eglinton and Avenue Road, and it's a great little market. Welcome, Emmanuel. I'm sorry, my son was just calling.
No problem. Thank you. Yeah. And the music is what drags people in. So
Yeah, well, it's different musicians, different weeks, so it's different. There's a variety. Well, it's great that you're here with us. And I've got 1 minute to 7. Oh, there's Stephen. Okay.
Good afternoon or good evening, Gunitsi. And Ron Wild.
Ron is incognito.
Neelam is with us as well.
Oh, there's Neelam. Yeah.
We can't see you and we can't hear you. I don't know whether that's intentional or
They have their cameras turned off.
Welcome to your friendly face, Ron.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello, Neelam.
Hello,
I
Neil.
was just on the phone with someone, so I didn't want to be appearing rude. And I was going to make a smart remark. I said, with a company like this, I'd rather be incognito. Just joking.
Oh, come on. A whole bunch of smiling faces.
Oh, yeah, yeah. How are you all?
Good, good.
Fine.
Good. How are you?
Good.
That's
Okay,
good.
I think we could start at 7 o'clock. We've got quite a good turnout. We've got 18 people already. We may get one or two more as the evening progresses.
Yeah.
So I think we should kick off, Lisa, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely. Please
And
do.
Anna is going to give us the reflection this evening. Are you okay with that, Anna?
Yep. Do you want me to do it right now?
Sure.
Okay, so we mentioned the Persid shower tonight, and prior to finding this little bit about a very revolutionary woman, which I'd like to tell you about, I had thought, well, let's have fun. I'll give you some Andy Rooney. So I've got a whole bunch of quotes from him, and I thought, well, you know, summer should be fun. And I hope everyone's having a fun summer. But I will tell you about this woman who is the, I don't know, under-mentioned, under-praised woman of astronomy. Since her death in 1979, the woman who discovered what the universe is made of has not so much as received a memorial plaque. Her newspaper obituaries do not mention her greatest discovery. Every high school student knows that Isaac Newton discovered gravity, that Charles Darwin discovered evolution, and that Albert Einstein discovered the relativity of time. But when it comes to the composition of our universe, the textbooks simply say that the most abundant atom in the universe is hydrogen, and no one ever wonders how we know. I mean, how true that is, I don't know, but anyway, it's an introduction. So this Jeremy Knowles, who writes it, discusses the complete lack of recognition of Cecilia Payne, Payne, if any of you want to look her up, even today for her revolutionary discovery. Her mother refused to spend money on her college education, so she won a scholarship to Cambridge, completed her studies, but Cambridge wouldn't give her a degree because there wasn't much exposure to women, and obviously it was Cambridge, England. So she said, to heck with that, and moved to the United States to work at Harvard. She was the first person to ever earn a PhD in astronomy from Radcliffe College, called the most brilliant PhD thesis ever written in astronomy. Not only did Cecilia Payne discover what the universe is made of, she also discovered what the sun is made of. Henry Norris Russell, a fellow astronomer, is usually given credit for discovering that the sun's composition is different from Earth's, but he came to his conclusion 4 years later than Payne, after telling her not to publish. And it goes on. She's the reason we know stuff about the universe. And so Cecilia is awesome and everyone should know her. Okay, that's how it ends. So I'm just bringing it up so that we all remember to catch the Perseid shower tonight.
Very good.
What were her dates? What were her dates?
Of birth?
Birth and death?
I
What?
only have death
Okay.
at 1979. And the
Oh,
spelling of her name, if you can look her up, Payne, apparently.
okay. Good. Thank you. And she died
Yeah.
in 1979.
Yeah. There's a movie also on Netflix about the several women who were involved in the space program at Cape Canaveral. Didn't get recognition.
Good.
Anyway.
Okay, Anna, thank you very much. That's very good.
You're welcome.
Proceed to the route, then take the first left.
Who's that? Don't know who that is. Jackie, would you like to introduce our speaker this evening, please?
I would. Thank you, Stephen. And Anna, what an inclusive reflection. And that reminds me that Before I introduce our speaker, I just want to convey a big thank you to the Rotarians of Toronto Eglinton from 25 teachers that I met this afternoon when I attended the workshop that we sponsored at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education that was given by Facing History and ourselves. You know that we granted them $20,000 to put on this summer institute to help teachers create more inclusive classrooms, just include the stories that about women and about minorities who are forgotten in our history. It was just a wonderful afternoon. I planned to stay an hour, and I ended up staying for 3. And they are just so grateful. They gave up a couple of days of their summer holidays, and with our funds, we were able to lower the cost. And basically, the whole purpose of the summer institute is to learn more inclusive strategies to encourage teachers and students to become sort of more reflective learners, and to create these inclusive student-centered classrooms that remove the barriers to learning that exist. So I'm conveying a big thank you to you from the teachers that I met this afternoon. Anyway, that's a little aside. It's my pleasure today to introduce our guest speaker, Jen Craig of Craig Travel. Now, Craig Travel is well known to some of the Rotarians here. Your father had I'm not sure whether he was a member of Toronto Eglinton or not at one point, but members certainly remember him. And many of us here traveled with Craig Travel. Walter, we went to, and Norma, we went to Israel and Jordan, and I'm sure other people also used Craig Travel for their vacations. So Jen is a third generation of Craig Travel. Her grandmother founded Craig Travel, and Jen herself has been in the travel industry for 20 years, starting her adventure travel where she gained lots of experience, not just learning about destinations by reading, but about actually experience them. She's been to 6 of our 7 continents, and the last one that she hasn't been to is Antarctica, which is at the top of her wish list. Some of her favorite destinations include Peru, Southern Africa, Southeast Asia, and more. So we've got her here today to talk about what's new in travel, and in particular with Craig Travel. So please welcome Jen Craig.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I put together a little slideshow. So I'm just going to do the share screen thing here. Share. There we go. Okay, so can we all see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so I haven't done one of these presentations in a while and not through Zoom, so bear with me if anything sort of slips up a bit. But Craig Travel, Experience Our World. We offer curated journeys for Canadians 55 plus. As Jackie mentioned, it was my grandmother who founded Craig Travel by taking a church group out, a group from her church out to travel to, I can't even remember what the location was, but that's how it all started. And now it's moved through 3 generations to myself and my brother. Let's see, oops, here we go. So here we are, the 3rd generation. So that picture in the top left, that is my dad and my brother. And top right, and the bottom one is both my parents, my mom and dad. So again, founded in 1969 by Elaine Craig, my grandmother. Obviously, we're Canadian owned and operated, and we specialize in small group escorted tours all around the world, tours and cruises, and we have have so many people who've traveled with us over the years, and over 55 years in the business now. So it's something that's grown with us, and I'm looking forward to what we have to come from here. A little bit about what makes us different. We do small group tours, 20 to 25 travelers on most of our tours and group cruises. We're pretty much fully inclusive. Your flights, meals, gratuities, and more are all included with our packages. Canadian journey leaders are going with you from Canada to these destinations around the world. So, you're going to have somebody there to support you throughout and, to make your experience special. And of course, we have over 55 years of experience in operating these tours. This is just a slide to show you some of what's included. So we have our flights, airport transfers. So people who are in your area, for example, would have a transfer from your home to the airport and from the airport back to your home at the end of the tour. The airfare package is included if you choose to do so. Accommodations, transportation, most of your meals, local guides, activities, and entrance fees. Portages on most locations, so that would help you get your luggage from the coach into the hotel and back out again. And then, of course, our Canadian journey leaders who are with you. We have some journey leaders that have such a dedicated following that their trips sell out almost immediately once the departures have been released because they have their dedicated followers. My parents are one of those power journey leader couples. We also offer support with the travel visas for destinations that require a visa. Either we handle the whole process for you or we provide instructions in how you have to do it yourself. In some cases, and in more cases now than it has been in the past, visas have to be applied for by the individual instead of us as the agent. Just because they require a unique email login in order to do so. But we will provide you with full instructions on how to do that if that's necessary. And of course, your gratuities and surcharges and taxes are all included. So here's just a quick destination slide to show you some of the regions that we're covering right now. So we have journeys all over the world, Europe, Latin America, Asia, Africa, Middle East, Australia Pacific, and even the polar regions. One of the trips that I'm most excited about coming up is our Northwest Passage journey that we have. It's going all the way up into the Northwest Passage, which is a destination that I would love to get to. I've been to the Arctic, but I haven't been there. And what's another one that I really am looking forward to is the Kimberley Coast. That one's coming up in I believe, April, May next year. And that's up on the northwest coast of Australia. The journey does also include other regions of Australia as well. Does anybody have any questions about these destinations that we're offering? Nope. Okay. All right, so moving on, we have our loyalty and community. So we do have a loyalty club where every journey that you take, you earn some loyalty points, which will be automatically applied to your next group journey with us. We have referral program where when you refer people onto our mailing list who haven't been on there, you'll get some loyalty points for that as well. And we also have a match program for our single travelers who want to avoid the single supplement. We will match you up with another single traveler of the same gender. And once you both agree that you would make good roommates, we'd match you up, and that way you can avoid the single supplement. So now to some of the current travel trends. What we are noticing is that a lot of people are looking for experiential travel experiences rather than go, 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 like I've got to hit and see as many things as I can. They're really looking to slow down and really get an in-depth experience to the destinations that they're traveling to. Everybody loves small groups. You get a much more intimate experience when you have a small group. And that's why we've been sort of paring down our groups. We used to have the larger coach tours, 40 to 50 passengers, and now we're averaging more like 20 to 25 passengers. Bucket list. Bucket list items. People are looking to check off their bucket list items. For me, the top of my bucket list is Antarctica because it's my last continent. I haven't been there yet. I want to go and see the penguins. And then the final travel trend that we're seeing is the mindful and responsible travel. For me, that started at my first job. I worked with G Adventures, and the way that they operated their tours, they only used locally owned and operated hotels and guides and everything else like that. So all the funds that were funneling through the company were actually helping the local communities that we're actually visiting. And Craig Travel does do a lot of that as well. Okay, so now the part about me and my position at Craig Travel. So I head up the custom journeys division of Craig Travel. So what I've talked about so far have been our group journeys, where we have a group journey leader from Craig Travel who's escorting the group over to the destination with a pre-built set itinerary. What I do is everything else. So if you are looking to travel to Peru, but our tour date doesn't work for you, I can create a custom itinerary for you. I can match ours. I can completely customize it, make it totally unique. All those different cruise lines out there that offer so many different options, those bookings will come through me. And I've worked with so many different cruise lines out there for those different options as well. Some of my favorite packages to build and create for families are those multi-generational family group journeys. So I've done a couple of Disney cruises for that. I just did a Mediterranean cruise one where there was 3 generations. It was 7 people, so not a huge group. But it was a Mediterranean cruise with a pre-stay in Barcelona and a post-stay in Rome. And I built all the tours and got all the different activities. One of the grandsons wanted to go and visit the soccer stadium, so that happened. But everybody had their own unique interests, and we managed to put everything together and make it into a wonderful trip. I've done the multi-generational families for African safaris, and those are really interesting too. And they're very well done. The operators that we have that we can put these journeys together with, they will basically build everything exactly the way you're looking for it. So if you want something unique and special, you would let me know what it is you're looking for, and I can certainly do my best to put it all together for you. So I've got my contact details there, but you guys can always contact Jackie if you don't take it down now, and she'll get you my contact information later. And that's essentially what I have for the presentation. Does anybody have any questions?
Who amongst us have actually traveled with Craig? Are you the only one, Jackie?
No, Walter, Wells, Norma, probably other people, but Ray Cowan did a lot. And we used to have something called the trip of the month, where we worked with Craig, and we had a raffle. I think, what was it, Ron Denham? You remember? Was it $100 a ticket or something?
Yeah, I think we had a draw every month of the year. We had a draw, and I forget how much we paid, but it was a great idea. We had a draw every month, and of course that meant there were 12 chances of getting a trip. But in the meantime, you'd be putting in money to accumulate for your plane tickets, your accommodation, and so forth. It must be 30 years ago now since we took advantage of it, but we did on 3 separate occasions. We took advantage of that. We invested in the trip of the month, and it was a successful experience.
So Jen, I have a question. I noticed that, you didn't mention that one of the current trends is like travel and community service, where people go off on a trip and then end up visiting a local group, and either doing a bit of teaching or painting or whatever, but spending a day.
Voluntourism.
Yeah. What is it called?
Voluntourism.
Okay.
So like a combination of volunteering and tourism, voluntourism.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that is a trend that I have seen over the years. I haven't had a lot of requests in that regard myself, so that's why I didn't necessarily include it there because it's not something that I've had very much right now. But absolutely, voluntourism, I love the idea. I actually did that myself with a Habitat for Humanity trip that I did to Brazil, maybe 15 years ago. And it was my first time to Brazil, and we went down and we helped build some homes, and also got to see a little bit of Brazil at the same time. And it was really great to sort of get into the community and help everybody out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are there any parts of the world, like travel is becoming more and more expensive, and daily with the increase in the price of jet fuel and whatever, airline tickets are going up. Is there any part of the world that's you would say is better value than others, that haven't had the price increases that we may have seen in Rome or in London or Paris?
So fuel surcharges by airlines are definitely coming and happening at this point in time, just about anywhere around the world. But as far as where your dollar goes the furthest, Southeast Asia is a great area. Things there still, I don't feel, have jumped up quite as much as maybe other areas of the world, but it all depends on the type of travel that you're doing as well. If you're looking for a luxury product, you're going to pay for it. If you're okay with the sort of the mid-range, then that's where you might be able to stretch your budget a little bit further, and whatnot like that. So I think that Southeast Asia as a destination as a general is probably one where your dollar can go the furthest. It does unfortunately cost a bit more to get there, but once you're there, your dollar goes further.
Okay. Good, thank you.
How do people get to find out about, what trips you've got planned? I mean, do you have like a website? Is it people just have to go on the website, or can people sort of sign up to be kept informed as to what's coming up and what's happening and so on and so forth?
Yeah, so from Craig Travel, we have our newsletter that we send out once or twice a month, at the Travel Talk and Sail Away newsletters that we send out. You can sign up for those on the Craig Travel website. There is a banner at the top of the page. But on our website, and maybe I'm going to escape this. And let me just pick up a web browser window here. Oops. New window. There we go. I'm just going to go to here. So on the Craig Travel website, this is the still to come page. So this is where we'll have listed some of our up and coming journeys. So we have hiking in Tuscany, the Dolomites, northern Spain, East Africa. So if any of these tours or destinations would be ones that you're interested in, you just click on this Be the First to Know button here, and it'll give you a few options for what type of interest you want to show. With Craig Travel Journeys, we offer a future travel deposit opportunity where you can pay a small $100 per person deposit, and that guarantees you first access to the departure once it gets released. Or you can just simply go on the email or a contact list so that when the departure is released, after the people who have paid the future travel deposit get their notification, you'd be in the second round of people to find out about the trip before it gets released on the website. As far as the rest of our journeys, you can just search by sea, land, river, or by region. And we also have these featured journeys as well. Lars, did you have a question?
Well, not so much a question, more suggestion or give you a hint. Rotary's International Convention next year is in Barcelona. And when you talk about groups between 20 and 30 people, I'm actually pretty sure that it would be possible for you to put together a group, not necessarily from just our club, but let's say from Toronto and from the district, because I think there will be a lot of Rotarians going over to that convention. Some people remember when it was in Barcelona last time. I was not there, but I have lived with a person who was and speaks highly of it, and so on. So, and I know Ron is a frequent visitor to conventions. So that, and I don't have the dates. It's either late November, late May or early June. But to combine that with some other activities, I'm sure that there would be a market for you.
Yeah, that, Lars, that's a great idea. How many people plan to go to Barcelona next May? Ron, Lars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. We should talk about that.
Well, considering the district, there might be some more involvement, yes.
Lars,
And you offer a group discount if we did get 25 people or 30 people together?
Yeah.
So if you had 25 to 30 people together to book a trip to Barcelona or anywhere else, we could definitely create a custom journey for you guys. It would just be like one of our group departures, but it would be just for you, a private departure. And I think that's what we've done in the past as well, for the Rotary Club.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
There may be, maybe some hybrid versions too. In my own case, and you actually we could happily arrange to add that to the trip or start in Sweden. First, I saw or didn't see Sweden on there, but another interesting trend is that the Nordic countries are growing because of people want to experience a little bit cooler climate.
Yeah, we do have a Scandinavian itinerary.
So Lars, are you inviting us to your cottage in Sweden? Is that what's happening there? And then
Absolutely.
The first stop to Barcelona. Great. Okay. Sounds great.
If we get a group coming to Sweden, yes, I guarantee that we will have a Swedish dinner or at the cottage.
Good. Okay.
Ron, you have something else?
Yes. Two comments. First of all, the idea of going as a club did take place when the International Convention was in Lausanne. We all booked ahead of time the airfare and our hotels. We went together, stayed together until after the convention. And then there were a lot of individual trips. I remember Bob Black and his wife went to Rome and met the Pope and other kinds of things like that. So there was a precedent in the club. But I have a different question, a related question, though, Jennifer. I am mobility challenged. Whenever I'm walking, I need my poles. I have deliberately in the past gone with very small groups, river cruises, 300, 400 people, and there they can accommodate people such as myself. We'll find maybe 5 or 6 of us use poles. We're almost a dedicated group. How do you cope, given the small size of your groups, how do you cater to those who are mobility challenged one way or another?
Okay, so with our group journeys, all of our journeys have what we call a CT rating, Craig Travel rating. And that rating gives you it's a physical rating on the tour as to what you should expect for how difficult the journey would be. And we encourage all of our clients to make sure that, and as each individual sales agent who's responsible for departures, they are sort of the experts on those departures and should know them and be able to guide people based on what they're telling us, as to whether this trip might be not appropriate or whether it would be okay. So everybody has to sort of be honest with themselves as to whether they can actually handle the itinerary. Some of our itineraries are definitely more physically demanding, and not just physically, but culturally and mentally demanding as well. And that is also factored into the ratings that we put on our tours. So those who have some mobility challenges, I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing a 4 out of 5, like a journey that has a rating of 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, because those ones will be quite difficult. For example, in that still to come section, I showed there was like a couple of hiking journeys, hiking in Tusky and hiking in the Dolomites. Those ones would likely have a CT rating of 4 or 5 because they are going to be very physically demanding. Now, there are some journeys that maybe aren't so physically demanding, but are in climates that are warmer and that where you won't find Western toilets as often. Those ones will also have a higher CT rating because of just the cultural differences where, unfortunately for us ladies especially, no thrown toilets, so you'd have to do the squat. And that's something that you find often in the Asia region of the world. And so that those tours as well will have a higher rating. When it comes to what I do in the custom journeys, I listen to my clients. I make sure that I find out exactly what it is, what your mobility issues are, or other physical difficulties are. And I do my very best to make sure that the accommodations and areas that we're going to would be able to accommodate your issues, your needs. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ganizi?
Do you have national journeys, tours, national in Canada?
We do have some tours within Canada, or within North America. The most common one that we do is in Newfoundland and Labrador. And we have had some Canadian Maritime region tours as well. And we've also done Alaska.
Okay.
I know Alaska is technically not Canada, but it's North America. We have done Mississippi River cruises in the past as well, but we don't have any of those on the books now. But those are there's also Canadian Great Lakes cruises. There are a couple of cruise lines that do those. We don't have that on a group basis, but that's something I could definitely put together for an independent travel arrangement.
Perfect. And how about for Ontario or city tours? Do you arrange any?
So not on a group basis, but that's definitely something that I could do for you on an independent basis. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Another in the same vein here, another idea would be to visit and live with, for instance, an Amish or a Mennonite community for a week and be involved in a barn raising, be involved in food preparation, be involved in what family life would be in, for instance, an Amish or Mennonite community. And that would be local. It would probably be within a couple of 100 miles of maybe here, Toronto. But the idea is we could get the feel for how a community functions. That would be very interesting and obviously more cost effective for a lot of us.
Indigenous as well, yes.
Indigenous as well, yeah. Living possibly in an indigenous community for a week and understanding what their needs are, how they work, what they do day in, day out, having elders there that will explain various things, and again, living as part of their community.
One of the things that impressed me about Craig Travel was the hosts, the couple that travel with you. You know, a lot of travel agencies will send you off to Rome, and there you'll meet a national guide, and you'll be looked after over there. But Craig has picked out a couple, and they're mostly from North Toronto, from my experience. So I guess my question to you is, how do you pick these wonderful people who accompany a group?
So it started off being community leaders, like leaders in the community that we would sort of come about. But at this point in time, just about anyone can apply to be a journey leader. But we look for people who have experience leading groups in some form or another, whether it be in a classroom or maybe in a church setting, who are good with handling groups and managing expectations as well. And yeah, so we have journey leaders from all walks of life. A lot of them have been maybe teachers or have worked in the church at some point in their lives. That is a common sort of background to a lot of our journey leaders. But we've also have lawyers and what like most people are retired and don't have an actual profession anymore. And this is just sort of how they're living their golden years.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Well, you do an excellent job doing it.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Okay, I think is Jim on the line? Jim?
No, Jim Moore. No, Jim is not on the line.
And Stephen, you're on the line?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I ask you to thank Jennifer Craig officially?
Jen, thank you very much for coming and opening up the world of travel to everybody. I've got one question though. If I want to use a specific destination, like for instance, I want to see ballet in Europe or opera in Europe, it's very difficult to find a travel agent that does that. In fact, ballet, there was a woman who had nothing to do with the travel that set that up, but she's passed away. And I'm wondering why travel agencies don't get involved with opera or ballet, things like that.
I can't speak for others. I have actually done a few helped people book opera and or I haven't done ballet, but opera tickets in Vienna, for example. And I think it might be depending on what types of vendors you might have access to as a travel agent. Because with Craig Travel, we have all of our custom group tours that we've built. We have a lot of relationships with vendors in destinations, like in Europe, where they would have the better access to get the tickets for those types of services. So it makes it something a little bit easier for us to be able to put together than your typical travel agency. Most travel, like I'm thinking like a Flight Center as a travel agency. I did work for Flight Center, and when I was working with them, I had access to all the different tour operators like Trafalgar, Globus, Cosmos, G Adventures, all the different like big name tour operators that you see in North America. I didn't have access to local independent vendors that would give me access to things like ballet tickets or opera tickets. So as a standard travel agent, when I worked there, I didn't have access to those types of things to be able to put that type of customization into a package. But at Craig Travel, because we have all of our custom tours and we have all of these, destination management companies, DMCs that we work with in those regions, I have access to a lot more information and available services.
Okay. Thank you again for coming, and hopefully you'll come back.
Yeah,
thank you for having me.
It was an excellent presentation. Thank you very much indeed. And perhaps we can, maybe through Jackie, make sure that we have the contact information we need in order to register with you to be kept apprised of upcoming travel opportunities and so on and so forth.
Actually,
would you like
Jen,
me to put this
I just live up the street from Craig Travel. So maybe if I dropped in, you've got that wonderful brochure that just came out. Could I pick up 20 copies of that brochure and bring them to an in-person Rotary meeting?
Yeah, absolutely. We've just or we're about to release our fall booklet.
Okay.
So I can let you know when the fall booklet is ready, and you
Terrific.
can grab a bunch from that.
Terrific. Great.
Okay, Jennifer, thank you very much indeed. Now we're going to continue with our meeting with a few things that we want to deal with, but you're welcome to stay, or if you're busy, we understand that you need to go. So thank you very much indeed once again for a most interesting and informative presentation. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, on to other business. Lisa, have you got anything that you would like to bring up?
Nothing like urgent. I had indicated, I hope all of you got my August news. I had put in the dates of the foundation walk that's coming up. And sorry, I'm not looking at it right now, but there's something else to let them people know about the district. As you know, as we all know, the farmers market continues every week that we can find volunteers. And if you can't come and volunteer, then but you are in the city, come stop by and say hi. That's all I have for now. And I'm sorry, I'm not David Richardson. I had to take this on my phone. My computer
10 minutes.
computer stopped communicating with the outside world. Anyway, thank you.
Okay, anybody else got anything they would like to raise whilst we're all here together?
Okay, I had an event with Leo Chan this last weekend, and he's more than willing to set up those two Chinese dinner and luncheon events for us. I told him sometime in the fall, so he just needs some dates. He's got two places picked out. I haven't got the names right here, but one would be a luncheon, I think a Szechuan luncheon, and one would be a dinner. And again, he'll get us a group rate, and he'll host the events for us. But we just have to give him some dates in coming in the fall. So I know Stephen Bianco, you were quite excited about that. To Lisa and your committee.
It's not my committee. This would be the social committee that would look after this.
Yeah, Walter.
Yeah, so Walter,
As we talked about earlier, if you can just let me know the details and let me know the places and let me know the potential dates, then I can arrange things.
I think the date would be instead of raw. That was the idea, that it would be raw or it would be another social. So I think that the fourth Wednesday in September or the fourth Wednesday in October would be the dates.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's coordinate with Leo and see what he has available, and then we can work together.
Yeah, well, one is a luncheon and one is a dinner.
Okay, well, the two of you get together on this and get back.
Okay, thanks. Yes, Stephen, we will.
Thank you. Okay.
The one other thing I'll just mention in passing, as we're pretty well all so many of us are on the line. As you know, usually we've decided that if there are 5 Wednesdays in a month, which it happens in September, which is when I'm the chair of Part 1, we had said that we would not meet on the 5th Wednesday, but we would rather take a pass. But in fact, we've decided to do a bit of an experiment on Wednesday the 30th of September, which is a Wednesday. We're going to have a lunch meeting, but it's going to be at the St. Louis Bar and Grill. Walter 3 is sorting things out with them. We'll get more details to you when we have it, but we thought we'd just experiment with something like that and just see how it turned out. So if once we've found out a bit more about it, we'll be back in touch with everybody just to let them know. But we do plan to have a meeting, a lunchtime meeting on September the 30th, the 5th Wednesday in September. For your information, advance information. Okay, anything else anybody wishes to raise whilst we're all together on the line? Okay, well then I guess we will call the meeting to a close.
We didn't do happy bucks.
Oh, we didn't do happy bucks.
And I have a happy buck.
Okay.
I'm giving $20 for my mother. Today is my birthday, so I'm very grateful that my mother had me. And also, I've just had a wonderful visit at the cottage with Mom. She has degenerative lung disease, and when she was diagnosed 6 years ago, we weren't even sure that she would still be here at this point. But the fact that she's still well enough to come to the cottage and enjoy it up here is such a blessing. So I'm very grateful for my mother.
Wonderful. And happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Any more for any more? Okay. All right, terrific. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Next week, the speaker is Matthew Rowe at the BNR. He is, I believe, Tom knows more about Jim Moore organizer. That's why I asked if he was on the line. Apparently, he's a member of BNR, and he's going to talk about the BNR and other matters. Apparently, he's quite an interesting speaker. I don't know much more about the topic other than that, but he will be speaking to us next week at the BNR. So look forward to seeing you all then.
Stephen, just one more thing.
Yeah.
A note from Tom. I know that many people you enjoyed the osteopath. Well, the osteopath, after he spoke to us, he has picked up 8 new clients from Rotary, and he talked to some young woman who was at the desk, and she was the wine representative. She was the wine agent for the BNR, and they went out on a date. So I said to Tom, "Give me his number. He should be a Rotarian. he should join us." So anyway,
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, everybody. See you next week at the BNR.
See you next week. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.